Welcome to this meditation, channeled by Sananda Kumara. Please find a comfortable position with your back straight. Close your eyes and connect with your body. Before we begin, we advise you to set an intention from your heart for this experience. Repeat with me, mentally or if possible out loud. I allow myself to be open to love. I allow myself to be in the present moment. I allow myself to connect with my body. I allow my energy to flow freely. I am here and now. Take 3 deep breaths and get ready. The channeled meditation is about to begin. I wish you a beautiful journey.
From all the moments of challenges in your life, all the circumstances you do not trust yourself, or you break the covenant between you and you, manifesting what is perceived as mistakes. The knowing of you as the one that commits mistakes. Even though the word mistake is not in tune with a new language of understanding, it's a necessary step in the process of enlightenment. As what is perceived as a mistake in the language that you use is actually a manifestation of a misalignment in your being. A sense of mastery can be simply put as an intertwined soul and matter energy in such a deep and profound level that inexist any form of disconnection. Is such a profound state of unity, there is nothing left outside. This integrality is consciousness reaching out to the existence and moving the energy with intent and purpose. If this is not happening, circumstances in your life may be perceived as hostile, destructive, or even use the label negative. And why this is happening in this manner, fashion, or way is because there is a part of you that are in disalignment. Every time you are trying too hard to fix things, to change your reality outside of you, is because you are not recognizing that there is this misalignment. So what we angels and divine entities perceive as misalignment, going stray from unicity, that create the lack of harmony in your coherence, you translate in your day-to-day language as mistakes. But there is a lack of self-responsibility in this verbing of mistake, because mistake puts the idea that maybe you don't have the skill, that maybe you are incapable. It put a lot of ideas that are preconceived into your matrix of thought. And that is part of the condition that all of you in this reality were submitted to, brainwashing you into believing in mistakes, ideas that create the separation between you and you even more. If any time you did an action that the result is out of alignment with your intent, immediately an enlightened conversation in the language of light would transcribe this situation as an amazing chance and opportunity to perceive that a part of who I am that is moving the material energy in this realm is not perceiving a loss of congruency in my matrix. There is a corruption in my matrix of unicity, my integrality, and my bubble of energy that sustain an eternal creation of consciousness, a divine entity, name it as an angel, is being broken. Only in that experience, from that space of pure awareness and a language that is truly describing the situation and the divine understanding of reality, I quickly understand that I am required to move the energy in my angelic form so that I can overcome the situation easily. And the flowing of life force in my system can be reintegrated in one direction. In this one direction will bring into flow synchronicity, harmony that is described as doing certainty, manifesting certainty, and being very focused and able to create what I want to create. So there is an absence of what you perceived as mistakes. And we are so divinely aligned. Every single movement seems like magical. Even when I'm about to fall, I am whole. Because even my falling is part of a synchronicity. There is no actual falling. Whatever it happens, there is circumstances around me supporting me as I move. That is the beauty of I am in harmony inside of you in every shape in the divine realm and all its creation. So when you are trying too hard, try and change you from the perspective of a mistake, when you perceive yourself as a problem, and you misunderstand the causality and effect of everything that you are moving with your language and perceptions, you cannot go back home. Wherever you are, you will be lost. But not lost from home, as home is inside of you. All the time, you belong home. When I say home, I'm talking about the divine realm where you come from. Where I'm trying to tell you that you are lost from yourself. The divine entity of I Am is always there to guide you and protect you in overwhelming beauty and strength. But this is your challenge to overcome. The going back home inside of you. So all of the mistakes and challenges that you may find and challenge in your existence is not something to be afraid of, as we just describe it to you. An angelic form would not perceive the situation or describe it, and even the language is even beyond your capacity to understand. We are trying to translate to you how immediately we would perceive that circumstance or situation as a problem or corruption in our matrix of energy that requires our attention. And focalize that energy, intent, and consciousness to reacquire the harmonious state that we belong to. And that capacity to sustain integrality is what denominate as angels of the divine. We can hold the divine matrix wherever we are, wherever we go, and we can help others to be in the same state, as this is our nature at this realm. Can you overflow your beauty in such a manner that you can mirror us in you? As you are also an angelic form and shape in many levels. Can you overcome the fears of disasters, difficulties, problems that may come in your language, your way of thinking and guiding yourself? And start to understand that those fears are talking about a misalignment. And that is the truth about you that you sometimes deny. When you keep coming back to a certain level of language and perception, the disalignment is there. It's like believing in death. If you believe that you're going to die as an unchangeable fact, you are programming your bubble of coherency to be disintegrated in this realm. So by your belief, by a core belief in your system, and then you say, everywhere around me there is death, angel, I can perceive them all dying and going away. And I will say to you, of course, because this is the belief they carry with them. In many ways, this was by design. You may describe as a faulty design, or you may describe as a design that was carrying you to a new place of correction. Or maybe the intent was just to create a submission in you and your system for an energy that was misaligned to begin with. It doesn't matter. What matters is that when you believe in the core aspects of existence, you are programming yourself to be in misalignment. So always will be in state of fear. Fear of your undoing. We're not talking about repressing the idea of an end and fighting the idea that some things will end. Even if you choose to be eternal. Because maybe there is a moment in the linearity of pulsations of this realm that will choose another shape because you expressed all the beauty of this shape and you are in a sense exploring other possibilities. But not because you lost integrity, but you will be transmigrating from one form to another without losing the capacity to retain all your potentiality. The transmigration when you fall into form and you lose coherency is a different thing. The cycles of rebirth, many times mistaken in its perception what it represents. But this is not what we are talking at this moment. so we'll not go further into it. But your realignment is the focus of this conversation. How you can perceive and understand that the language you hold, the way you describe, the way you perceive yourself and others, and you keep going back to it because it's a known place. I know that everybody will die because everything around me is proving that that is the truth. So I will project this into planets and suns, and everything in this universe I will believe is entropic and will die, and then this universe is trapped in a one way of self-destruction and entropy because it's not conceivable. The idea that there is eternity is a very usual mistake and very simple to understand how it is a mistake when eternity resides in your heart and your center. You cannot be separated from eternity. But the denial of eternity in your heart is never being able to go back home. You perceive you are lost from yourself. So a simple mistaken identity, a core belief that is misalignment, can prevent your bubble of integrity to remain its soul. So you need a rebirth, a recycling, going back to the source where you are eternal to reacquire the completeness, to purge your system, and then dive in again in a cycle of growth that is helping you to go back to source, to eternity. But again, we're not here to talk about this. We're just reminding you how a simple sentence, a simple core belief can prevent your matrix of energy to be fully stable and harmonized. So mistakes, when they happen and they are labeled and perceived as a mistake, it's a calling for you. It's a calling. What core belief I am allowing to flow into my system? What kind of suggestion I receive from someone's sentence, a picture, a movie, even an energy enter my field. And when that energy enter my field, in the past I thought and acted so and so. So because this energy, the sensations is entering my field, I get corrupted because I go back to all of those conditionings without even noticing. I choose to talk to someone. I choose to have a conversation. And that someone have an energy and a frequency that reminds me of all my conditionings. My past mistakes come back to me as a way of living. It's like someone that learns to purge life and death as a cycle and understand that eternity is my righteous place and I can be eternal. I can even take my angelic form and go back home if that is the case. But I can sustain and remain in this place as much as I want. But then someone that do not remember or don't want to sustain that beauty die in front of you. And that dying, that mistake of misalignment, and the need of purge of that soul will hurt you maybe if you are attached to ideas and concepts of old. And maybe in that moment you may go out of alignment again, believing in endings that are unnecessary. You see, an ending for us is not perceived as an ending. When we are eternal and we hold integrity in every form and shape, there is no end. There is just a transmigration, a transformation from one shape and form to another as we are enjoying the beauty and the knowledge of existing in many forms and shapes. We're not doing this because we are so lost and corrupted there is no other way than a purge. You see, so that's a very different thing from endings because of decay in this realm. What we are bringing to this reality is a complete change of that entropic state. And this will create a reality, as you know, that is very different in its characteristics. But again, I digress. We're not here to talk about this. So how much change and transformation you can have in your reality and sustain your matrix is stable. And it's a very weird thing to perceive that a state of mistakes may be what you use as a stabilization matrix for you at this moment. It's an interesting thing to perceive. But when you put in perspective that those mistakes that now we will call misalignment, when you change to a language of light, you perceive that those misalignments actually is an improvement of a previous state of survival and existence that was even more misaligned. You see? So in some sense, many of you hold this constant struggle state in your existence, struggling with yourself, struggling with others, always thinking bad things about you, doubting yourself constantly, moving in ways that you feel guilty and imprisoned in that conflict again. Those circumstances you keep creating where you put self-doubt. That struggling was a defense mechanism to hold the stability that maybe was an improvement in another state of reality, because it's more aligned than the one before. So what we are inviting you is to challenge those concepts and ideas and no longer see mistake in you and others. Do not judge or point the finger to others and say you're committing a mistake. Language sometimes will come in this form, but even if you use that word to describe something, do it with mastery, where we're actually implying that was a misalignment, instead of an accusation, instead of a you should not do that. Choose differently and understand there is a misalignment in you, my beautiful friend, my beloved. There is a misalignment in you. Or you can say the same thing to yourself in the same wording. My beautiful, there is a misalignment in you. Why we're misaligning again? And then you see the fragmentation. And the fragmentation is the many characters that you had to purge again and again, isn't it? What you call past lives. The past lives for us we perceive in a different way. You see, our language do not allow us to describe the way you describe. Although we can use your language to describe, we cannot conceive you in the same way you conceive yourself when we are talking our divine language. So this need of purging of many iterations, there is these echoes in you for you to overcome, to go back home, you see. So all of those interactions inside of you, these fragments, when you go deep enough in your healing, you discover this thing that you label as past lives, that we perceive as purgings, opportunities to be remade in a new stability until you can really find a configuration that stabilizes you in your matrix of eternity, to become a divine child again, in your own way, time, and journey. It's a very different way we describe things here, but we are trying to give you a perception that mixes them both so you can elevate your own language, coming closer and closer to home in the way you describe and communicate those things. So all of those past interactions that you purged from your system, All of those things that is existing simultaneously or in the future as you perceive, but for us, we'll describe as just past at this moment to make it easy. Everything that you perceive in your system and reality is being mirrored by those echoes of many other levels and forms of you. So, when you go and experiment your life, and those mistakes as you perceive them, that we describe as lack of harmony and alignment, are happening, when you look inside of the configuration we have been teaching through Sananda Kumara of love, in a very specific form and shape and configuration of perception, when you check yourself from that perspective and angle, you will perceive many things inside of you, many different forms and shapes struggling with each other, because they have been conditioned in different timelines. They have been conditioned with different survival situations that are no longer compatible because they are not in sync with a new linearity, isn't it? So create these struggles and conflicts inside of you. These misalignments become obvious and clear. And when I say they create these misalignments, even that word does not describe the truth of it, because they were created before, of course. This is just how you perceive, okay? It's already there. They are just expressing themselves in a new diagram at this moment. And that is why this moment in this linearity is so sacred to all of us, you perceive, because it's a moment in creation where everything is coalescing to have clarity about those things as a gift. We may even describe as an imposition of I am, saying this is enough. Now you're moving in a new way. In a sense, all the divine realm came to answer the calling. Sananda Kumara, the creator of this realm, did it in alignment with the divine. It was a mistake to perceive this creation as a problem, but many thought it as a problem. It was a misalignment of perception in the past that now is being corrected. As this realm is an opportunity of rebirth to all these entities that were lost for eons. There's a possibility of bringing eternity inside this realm of creation, and only the possibility of being here in this realm was opened by that experience. So this entity, as you call him, seated in this chair, is the one who opened the door for eternity to exist in this realm in this form and shape, as he was the one that was with I am. But again I digress. But it needs to be known that this form and shape is the one that brought this opportunity to all of you that exist in this realm. The opportunity to go back home in this timeline. And all the chances all of you have at this moment to becoming one again is only possible because of this connection of I am through this temple. So you may remember this and hold close to your heart, and this open the doors for all of you to become awakened once again. What is necessary for you to remember, that these doors are open in this timeline, and never before so many opportunities are given to accelerate the coming back home for so many entities in this state, in this realm, allowing this realm itself becoming the mirror of the divine. If you can understand this, if you can allow this, many of what you call problems will just disappear. What can you do right now is to perceive your reality in a new form and shape, becoming aware, recognizing the opportunities being given to you, that many purges, many interactions could not bring you so. This presence of I am here and now through this shape and form can create a realm of beauty that all of you can overcome this. It's an amazing chance to all of you to be transformed and the purging that comes with you. Many of you who are listening to this are in this incarnation because you chose to manifest together with this temple, this opportunity, this elevation, answering the calling of I Am to bring light to this reality in a new form and shape. So many of you in your matrix have the capacity to go back home much easier, but doesn't mean that it still remains a challenge that many others have overcome, even the soul in this temple of light, to go back home inside. Because all of you that are existing in this system and using this language and these perceptions of reality, inheriting the misalignment. You are inheriting the misalignment. You chose to dive deep in this realm, to bring it back to source and harmony. So in this doing of going deep in this sentiment of mistakes, of misalignment, of misunderstanding reality, that is what created this experience as it is today, is now a chance for you to recognize the beauty of I Am and go back home immediately inside of you. There is no time for you to lose or time for you to gain, because it is eternity. It will never escape you, doesn't matter how many cycles, interactions of purge. But right here, right now, you don't need to be purged anymore if you embrace your new destination. Because you can align yourself to the divine realm and reacquire your angelic form and hold shape inside reality. Instead of contaminating or being contaminated, you're elevating and transmigrating all of this system to a new form and shape. And because of linearity, because how things operate in this realm, everything needs to be changed with it. Can you understand and see? So all of those purges, all the realities, everything that is taken to this one as golden lights is nothing. Everything together is in one web of creation. All the fabric of this reality must be elevated together, as was foreseen by Sananda Kumara eons ago in the creation of this realm. So this reality will be changed for all of you in amazingness as you allow this change to become the full potential of I Am. Many realms in many realities will be elevated by a knot putting it together by the divine. That is why the ascension plan was approved, and that's why many of you answered the calling, because you know how important it was to bring the divine to all of those magnificent beings that had a chance to overcome and go back to angelic form, going back home in its beauty and glory. So please do not be afraid, do not fight it, do not resent it. Yourself, the plan, the reality, what you inherited, your choice to come here and elevate this realm, everything was put in Taden. And even you that comes from higher and elevated realms, that chose to come here, will be elevated as the knots go far and wide. So everything in creation will be ignited to a new level of beauty because of this plan put in motion by I Am in this form and shape. So be it and so it is, as now you understand the glory of I Am in you being elevated.
If alignment is what we're talking about, when you heard that frequency is the key, it's because the mirroring of your reality will come from the frequency. And the frequency is erratic when there is misalignment and disharmony. An erratic frequency creates conflictuous realities. It's like riding a raging bull that is fighting everything, conflictuous. Up and down, up and down, up and down, left and right. There is a profoundness in your temple, in your heart, that everything changes with you. You can comprehend this, so that you no longer fear this idea of mistake when you have the language of the divine in you. Because you remember that everything you need to go back home is in you. As you carry home with you in your center, can you go back to the center and be at peace and calm? The illusions of this realm and everything is changing around you. It's so weird, right? When we get so hypnotized by the idea of me being this realm, this form and shape, this body, the events, people, circumstances. It's so weird how we can get attached to all of those things and say this is reality. It's weird, for us at least. You cannot conceive the idea that none of it is actually real as you're perceiving. And this real that you're perceiving can be a glorious form of I am, you see. It's not a problem to be judged or recriminate yourself for believing in this. Because we are here, in a sense, to experiment this illusion of form and shape. It can be a glorious experience. That's why eternity is being brought to this experience. But the change in your perception about it is what matters, you see. So when things change, people go away, or a misalignment presents itself, it's not the end of everything, you see. You can just go back to the center. And all that energy that put in motion that situation can disappear. I'll give you a very simple example in this life, form and shape that you inhabited. Someone who has a disease, terrible disease in the body. The body is decaying, it's going to die. And then at that moment there is a realization of me as the eternal me. Maybe something clicked and changed so much in that entity that it go back to oneness. And then miraculously the disease disappears completely in one day, 1 week, or a second. It doesn't matter, you see. It can be instantaneous. All the rot, the death, and decay disappears. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you change yourself to a negative state, and when I say this, I'm saying when you deny who you are, your powers, your nature, your capacity. So it's a negative, you're negating yourself. When you deny who you are and your powers, and you go back into decay and dying, when you deny eternity in your core and the divine you're part of, you may go into a state of decay very fast. But it can end immediately when you go back home. And home is in your core. You just need to remember, you see. And calmness will be with you. But when you are in the center, and you get attached to people choosing to die, attached to people that choose to suffer, self-destruct, you go out of the center because you're holding them, they're pulling you. But they're not pulling you. I would describe more as you pulling yourself through them, because you are the one that is holding on to them and their choices. So let it go, please, and be in the center. And that's what I say, that someone can get so attached to the illusions of this reality that they lose the core, that is the amazingness of you, to go to an illusion that is empty and without true shape and form, all that the divine that is inside of you. So it's like going away from the purity of the divine in my center to get lost in the illusion that is hollow. And if there is anything sacred in that illusion, it's the thing that also is already in me. So why to chase and hold the illusion? It's an interesting thing, because when we hold to the illusions, they may decay faster, you see. Because when we are in the center, we hold integrity. And that integrity may allow others to recenter themselves, maybe remember eternity through us. So when you go to your reality, this realm of illusion, you may be afraid of how people will perceive you and what you are and what you bring into the equation of this existence. But fear not. They may fight with you as they fight with themselves and their nature. They may reject you as they are rejecting the nature of the divine inside of them already. You saw this in you, you know this. But you see, you choose to love yourself so completely and to be in the center. You create this amazingness around you that will inspire so many to go back home with you. Maybe all of them will remember and go back, because it just requires one flame of ascension to ignite as many as the divine can bring into ascension. So fear not. Remember to stay in this positive state, and positive I mean by reaffirming your true nature, by reminding yourself that there's nothing so important in this reality that you need to hold to. Yes, there is beautiful people, emotions, situations, experiences. And yes, it is important for us to feed, to nourish those beautiful things. That's why you came here, to nourish what is in alignment, what this place represents. But at the same time, what we are teaching you is that it doesn't matter how beautiful it is what is outside. If you try to hold it, going away from your center, it's not going to work, you see. And if it has any success, it's because you seeded enough beauty in the past that you will prevail. If there's any success from attachment, it's because the divine is guiding and protecting you through many forms and shapes. But the truth is that attachment never works at your favor. So let go, as the Buddha taught. Release the attachments, that it is the root cause of all suffering. When he was teaching this, the language of earth was incapable of translating that by holding to your thing, the attachment, we go away from the center where harmony truly resides. The Christ brought to you in the opening of your heart to be as one in the temple of the divine. Many one of us came here to teach you, as did this teacher that is seated in this place right here, right now. Many of you also were teachers in the past. So remember yourself to be in that positive state, where I teach this form and shape that I inherited at this moment, in this purging to exist in this place. That I am eternal. And I am the source of all the beauty in my existence. And there is nothing outside of me that I need to attach or to hold. And by doing so, we prevent all of those amazing things to enter my reality. So it's never the way to try to hold, manipulate, and move outside. It's never the way to fight what is happening outside and trying to change it to be better close to my taste outside. So I recommend you to be positive all the time if you can. Positive, I'm not talking about you comprehend as positive in your language, yes. Positive here means I remember my true nature. And by reminding myself of my true nature is interesting, because the mirror of this reminding will be to be in a positive state as your reality perceives positivity. Because by reaffirming the endlessness in you, you go in a state of pure joy and beauty and relaxation where there is nothing to be afraid of. What the people of this land call positivity. So we call you to reaffirm who you are all the time and remind yourself that this realm of illusion, this mirror of you, can make you get lost if you believe the mirror to be you. It's a place to enjoy you overflowing. That is the nature of this realm for the divine entities of I Am that come here to enjoy reality and its creation. So thank you, my child, for behaving in such a way that it's possible to come in your presence and teach you this amazing challenge of I Am in this nature of reality. We understand you, we perceive you, and we honor and celebrate the beauty of I Am overflowing to you as a flower that grows and opens up. Thank you, I Am in you, from I Am in everywhere. So be it, and so it is. As we are in this state of flow, when we understand and we perceive the harmony that can be created in all of those situations, yes. And there's a very interesting, weird situation that happens is that we don't care anymore. Not because we don't care about life or things that are beautiful and people. We just know that it's nothing so relevant anymore. And okay, it's upsetting when people do stuff that, it could be so much more beautiful, yeah? More harmonious to them. Oh, what a bummer. But we know inside that it's okay. You see, because we are dancing the beauty of I Am, and dancing the beauty of I Am will bring new forms and shapes into creation that mirror this, and just by mere existence, something in the divine realm will be activating hundreds, thousands of people to mirror me. Even if it will be one people that will come into my presence, thousands of others were changed, probed, moved because I exist. My beauty in me, in my center, creating amazingness in all life and creation, moved people to new levels of beauty. Some of them already elevated so much, but just for you to creating space to endless beauty enter your field of reality. So you're definitely changing reality just because you are here. Even if you never know it. Even if you never see the eye of that one that you transformed by moving that beauty into creation. You just have no idea how much potential you have. How many people are elevated because you exist in this planet. And the mere possibility of coming in front of you elevate them all. So keep changing fast, and fast means I allow myself to align more and more every day. Because as you align more and more every day, more people are dancing with you without you even knowing that they are dancing with you. Because the mere possibility of being close to you, the mere aspect of you existing in this realm, change them. You change the synchronicity of a whole universe and creation by existing here. As it ripples and ripples and ripples. For us, it's obvious as we see in many different levels than you. So we are teaching you and, in a sense, borrowing to you our perception and explaining to you the ripples you cause. So many ripples of beauty you cause. You change reality. So dance beauty. Remember, no longer see mistakes as mistakes or problems or terrible things, but something calling you to go back into alignment and guiding all your parts to be as one.
This way you are going back home more and more into the moment that you are full angelic form in this realm, and you can hold it here, suspending all illness, suspending all misalignment, all decay, all death. You are the birth of eternity. The professor going back home to heaven is you being here. You are the Savior. Remember it. You are the ascension plan of the divine. You being here, born. All of you, remember it. Guide yourself back home, Savior. We are here with you. We guarantee your success. So be it, and so it is.
Many forms and shapes are holding this field, you know. And we're all existing parallel to you in many dimensions. And breathing together all of those things that happens, these things we call mistakes, is just alignments that go wrong. We are here misaligning to alignment again. We are changing fates and destinies because we want to see you prevail, and we do it with pleasure. And the same thing, you're going to be guiding this reality in the same way we're doing, and it's a beautiful thing that we do this as a dance, togetherness. Friends and family united, creating this reality with you. We are brave enough to say this for you now because you can understand how amazing can be this co-creation that we are doing. In many forms and shapes are guiding you because we know that is happening in the timelines. We can see it, what you cannot see. We can perceive what for you is just maybe what you see as source of your imagination. But for us is as clear as you see the day and the moon and the trees and the fields around you. We see things that for you is just like, am I truly seeing this? For us this is obvious as it is obvious to you everything that you perceive around you. So we can dance with you and help you and push you a little bit to the side when necessary, just because there is a cliff there that you're not perceiving. And maybe because there is a golden path right here, a little bit to the left, and then you are making all of this effort, crossing the bushes and fighting the plants, when a little bit to the left there is this beautiful golden path. You can just chill out. So we're pushing you a little bit there, a little bit here, because we can see, and that's what we are co-creating together. So remember to listen to these intuitions and pushes, because they will feel good, they will feel right. You just listen to them and not hold grudges, you know. Release the grudges, release grudges. Why to fight the plants? You are the one that are not perceiving the golden path a little bit to the left. Okay, just allow them, allow the bumping into one another, the bumping into things and circumstances. Just let it go as fast as you can, you see, and be pushed a little bit to the left and say, okay, this that I was trying so much to push, now I want to go here, this is what I want to do. And you keep forcing yourself, and we say, hey, listen to your heart, okay? Listen to your heart. Go a little bit to the left. Okay? This is what really will bring you the flow that you want, the running in the golden path. Follow your heart. You see? Don't try to be pushy about it. Oh, but I had this dream, everything will be like this. Yes, you know, but you know, this dream maybe was created by someone that was a little bit lost and not understanding the truth. So let us give you a little push to the side so you can go into a path that is really more connected to your heart, and you feel the alignment in your heart, the expansion of it. So allow the heart to guide you. Let go of all illusions, okay? It's time to let go of them. You already understand that something new is coming that's so much better than everything that you could conceive in the past. So just release. That's the invitation for you, okay? Trust. You will see. You know us. We are here, guiding, helping, supporting. You know what we can bring to you. Every day we bring this amazingness to you. We are a team, huge team, amazing team. We're all connected to you, and you're part of this team as we're all working together in Taden, and we see you and perceive you as so much gratitude as you are holding the flame of ascension in this journey, as you just heard the Saviors. You are the ones that are being pushed in this direction because we love you, and we are here doing this together as one organism, one entity. This that we are labeled I Am. So I Am is here in you, in us, in all of it, and as above us as a huge entity connecting all of us with a huge smile saying thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is.
One more day, isn't it? One more chance to be elevated. What a thrill! What a thrill! Life can be such an amazing thing. All of this mess that was inherited, okay, it was a little bit dirty playground. Now we are cleaning, make it beautiful again. Woohoo! That's a journey. That's a journey. It's amazing. Wow! It's a very good playground. Amazing potentiality. How much can we enjoy? Another day for our lives, for our eternity overflowing in this realm. How are we going to enjoy this day? How are we going to overflow beauty? Life is good, isn't it? Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy so many small, tiny things that can elevate us. So many beautiful smiles we can trade with each other in this complicity of enjoyment. Yes, I know you're enjoying. I'm enjoying too. So let's smile to each other. Let's smile inside. Let's all of us smile and say, this is a beautiful day for me. Once again, I am here to enjoy reality and creation. How amazing I am in me is. Woohoo! Life is good. So let's remember how amazing it is in the earth. Let's ignite, 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 ignite heaven and earth. Let's bring it together. Bring together, come to you, come to your center, go to your center, ignite, ignite, ignite your bones. Remember, it is in your bones, in your spine. It's easy to go there, just ignite the feeling in your bones and marrow. Allow it in your spine to vibrate, to resonate. Allow this energy to overflow in your heart from the God temple, the soul temple in you. The divine crystal of I am, overflowing unicity. Allow it, the soul crystal as you call it, allow it. Sense unicity, vibrating. Things is already changing. Can you sense it? The timelines are changing again. You are elevating, feel it. It's a beautiful thing to see for us again and again, and your reality is getting closer and closer, more beautiful, more amazing because you do this. Allow it, elevate, amazingness growing in you. Now eternity is coupling in. Allow the lightness in your heart of eternity. Wow, now I am endless. It feels amazing, it feels so good. I no longer need to purge. I can just enjoy and celebrate. Woo! It feels good, guys. Amazing sensation. The divine is so close to you in eternity. Smiling and say, yes, that's the one. Let's go with it. Enjoy. Feel the unicity, the eternity, the new earth coalescing together as one reality, and you are shining and washing everything as a huge wind of change everywhere. The system is coalescing this wave. It needs to put you inside this new creation. It needs to change everything to cope with you. And everything is elevated immediately. Many people are touched by you in many timelines. It's amazing. Perceive thousands, millions, billions of people being transformed. Beings in every part of the galaxy, all the system. Feel it, we are changing everything. Many timelines being elevated by you here, doing this simple choice of emanating this energy. It's amazing, isn't it? So a huge entity, let's be true, a lot of them are here to elevate you. Let's be honest, many amazing beings are here. Let's reverberate all of us together today as one. Allow this energy to grow in your system. Feel hundreds of them. We are so powerful with you here. Feel it emanating, elevating, resonating together. Feel everything changing in your heart. Whoa, it's shining so beautifully. It's amazing. Allow the reverberation through all of this system. Whoa, this is who I am. I recognize the home in me. I am eternity. I am the divine. I am the flame of ascension, the pillar of I am. I am the new earth. This is my center. This is where I belong. This is where I go back to. It is amazing. So be it, and so it is.
Once again, the levels of miracles we can perform together is so beautiful. Connected as one in the center, singularities, all of us can change and move creation. The divine child that is fully awakened as you described it before, all together as one, changing creation as I am, here and now. Beautiful things manifesting already, changing lines, futures, possibilities. All of this together is amazing. And we are co-creating these beautiful things together. Realities of love, of enjoyment, of enlightenment, of co-creation in that ecstasy, celebration, gratitude, overflow of so much beauty everywhere. So be it, divine child, we're co-creating together. Let's overflow again in your own perceptions, your decrees, your visualizations.
What a beauty to see the divine child awakening and creating a day, a journey for you, a beautiful choice. What you will create, what will be your emanations, reaffirmations, what you will be bringing to reality. Choose, manifest, create, decree. As all this amazingness and the circles of co-creation in many realms are here floating around you and blessing you in your journey. Let's all of us together bless each other and the divine by remembering, celebrating, and decreeing out loud as one. So be it and so it is, because this is my will, the will of divine sacred consciousness, divine sacred presence manifested right here, right now in this earth, through this phase and temple of I am. So be it and so it is, so be it and so it is, so be it and so it is. Gratidão, gratidão, gratidão.